Why Starmer will never leave the ECHR. Very, very interesting revelation brought to light about a book that seemingly no one's ever heard of, so it can't be very good. But it's basically a guide on how to implement the ECHR, incorporate it into every single aspect of British life, which is basically what the establishment have done ever since Blair got into power, including the Tories, and up to the present day. And Nigel Farage revealed this on GB News.
It goes through. The Human Rights Act of 1998 goes through and becomes law. Yet, never seen before, a book published in 1999, as shown on this channel by our political editor Christopher Hope an hour or two ago, European Human Rights Law. You'll never guess who wrote it. Yes, it was our Prime Minister. There he is on your screens, a very young-looking Keir Starmer, and he was the one that wrote this book. He designed it to be a handbook.
There you have it. Starmer wrote a how-to guide, how to weave, if you will, the ECHR and its ridiculous laws into British law, how to make sure that it affected everything that this country decides to do or not to do. It is now the reason, this book, I believe, that politicians make sure that we cannot leave the ECHR. It is the reason we cannot deport foreign criminals. It is the reason that the ECHR takes precedent in this country over British law, and that doesn't happen anywhere else. Everybody else just ignores the ECHR, including France, Germany, Poland, all the rest. But we are the ones, the idiots, in Blair and others, that made sure it was overriding of British law. And Starmer was the architect of all of this. Is it any wonder he's such an EU fanatic? So when he says stupid things like smash the gangs and stop the boats, etc., he doesn't mean it, because he literally wrote a guide on how to incorporate this stuff into our law that prohibits us deporting a lot of these foreign criminals. Absolutely pathetic. You still think Starmer was a good person to vote for, do you?